Kayo may iba.
This is Africa. Tamina.
Week 2 early.
turf at TD Place to get dusted off. It's a bit of a stern look from Drew Becky here in his first match on the touchline. Overall, despite the loss last week, he's happy with the way the team has played, shrugging off a tough start to the season, but have been able to find some results. It's a moment of transition for the club. Without a permanent head coach, something the team is looking at the current situation, so a couple of weeks off might not be the worst timing.
You know, they lost two big players in the offseason, Salter and Rodriguez, and then to lose the head coach in the first quarter of the next season. You know, you're in for a little bit of turmoil until you get everything settled, you get everything organized again, and get a coach in there who's steadying the ship and leading the players forward.
They also lost Nathan Ingham as well, who departed.
That's another big one I forgot about.
West for Alberta
as well, who didn't play much last year, but you know, Ingham, solid goalkeeper.
Already has 5 clean sheets on the season.
They're a real good team, Cavalry.
Cavalry in action tomorrow. Taking on Inter Toronto. Opportunity to move in transition. Bahia works this out to Rea. Stops, loses defender. Looks to the top of the penalty area. Bahia. Finally, Joaquin Coulange. CF Montreal Academy man strikes that away from Bahia.
And again, another transition moment. You see how explosive Supra is. They got numbers going forward. 5-4 at that point. Ottawa gets some numbers back, but good opportunity. The ball just gets caught behind Sean Ray, and they couldn't keep the attack going. But we talked about it leading up to this. It's so important for Ottawa to control the ball, and once they give it up, they have to be able to get themselves back into position to be able to deal with the transition moments, because Supra's been excellent when recovering it and getting forward quickly.
Mikkelbus meets, and the Norwegian gets spun around and hits the turf. 30 degrees Celsius night in the nation's capital. For a bit of footy. Here's Chouanier. Quemi alongside. David Chouanier in the penalty area. Jean Yalassi does a fine job of coming back. Now Koke Castro take over for Atlético Ottawa in the midfield. Quickly given back up, and here's Sissoko. Moved by Carson Sissoko. Osama Boganmi, the 36-year-old in the midfield, former Tunisian youth international back in his early days. Plays this forward. Here's Quemi. Quemi taken down. Play allowed to continue from Ben Hoskins. Tampa goes down, and this time the free kick is given.
That spell there with Quemi on the ball, I don't know how the ball stuck to his foot. There was so many bodies around him, so many Atlético Ottawa players trying to get in and tackle it away from him. It just kept sticking to him until he finally fell down.
Aguilar with Coulange. Coulange for his fourth. Patient approach here from Atlético Ottawa. First real stint in possession here tonight. Lopez into Assi. Santi Lopez. Assi into the penalty area. Some contact from Wanje. ball. We'll head to the corner flag here for a second corner of the match.
Good job changing the tempo there as they start to spice it up. Once the ball gets wide, Wanje does a really good job of recovering. Just making it difficult for a C. Good whip ball in, first time to the near post. Vergez handled it well. Let's see where they go with the second one.
This time strike it long, back post, and I see a yard or two off the pace will be a goal kick this time.
Yeah, I would have went back to the near post whipper there because he did a good job, had a lot of whip on it getting to the near post, just need to get some more traffic in. Ottawa does into that area to make it real difficult on Vergez.
Wanje and Rea. Wanje unable to complete the run, so ball quickly. Give it as a foul though instead.
A little bit of a give and go. Wanje trying to get on the other side, and as he steps in and just blocks him. Doesn't allow him to get by. Get on the other end to receive the pass.
Look at both of the managers there. Zaghi mentioning character being the standout quality of his club so far this year. New club, everything is new. Lots to deal with, but able to pick up points in valuable places. So far have the early marker. Quemi. This duel. Talbot comes in from the back, and a free kick here. Sissoko goes down.
Supra is scored. One thing, but the problem is that they've given up 9 goals and 7 of them coming. The second half.
Well, this touch here.
Great little touch, good skill check. And again, the big question for Supra is, can they see out the rest of this game? Can they get another goal, get a cushion, and especially lock it down in the second half?
Just one loss in their last 5. Ray on top of this ball. It's a good one, headed up and behind the keeper.
Really good ball from Sean Ray from that far out. Whips it, keeps it away from the goalkeeper. Ugami, Cray-Chan on the back post, looking to hunt to get on the end of it.
Back of the head of Nickelboost and out, so another corner kick. This time to FC Supra du Québec. Struck in, near post. Alongo down, has it covered. Quebec's 4th away trip of the season. A win, a draw, and a defeat. Ottawa has picked up the majority of its points here at home. 2 victories and a draw. Mauricio. Botnet. Botnet strikes. Onto the flank, Coulange with a good first step into the penalty area, plays this ball through, taken back, Assis strikes and scores! Jean-Aniel Assis, a beauty! And just before the half-hour mark, Atlético Ottawa back on equal terms.
starts on this left-hand side. And in the build-up, patience like we normally see from Ottawa, and the ball over the top of Coulage, first touch, shifts a Goose, and a Goose slips. It gives Coulage the ability to get in the middle. This ball just slithers all the way to the back. And it sees all there and takes it cleanly and hammers it home. But it starts with the ball from Abate over the top to Coulage. And Coulage avoiding a Goose who slips. And plays a great ball across the box that finds C in the back. And through a bunch of traffic, Gerges can't find it to keep it out of the back of the net. And C ties this game up.
Just his second career CPL goal and first since July of 2023. Jean Lassie cool on that finish. So an early start from the visitors, and John Reyes' wonder strike has now been erased back on even terms.
Yeah, it was one-way traffic for the most part with Supra having control, and then the two issues for Supra was Gerges getting caught on the ball, and then a Goose coming out and having a little bit of a slip. It allows Coulage to get in the box. Shot themselves in the foot a little bit here in the first half after a really good start.
Ottawa right back in possession. Lopez. Chip past Christian, that one quickly denied. Manges. And a bit more of a flair for the attacking lately. That's back-to-back games now. Goal contribution. There's a shifty play there, and off to the races with Quemi. Quemi looking at Sissoko. Coulage goes down. Free kick is given towards Atlético Ottawa.
Good recovery there from Coulage.
It's a goal contribution in 3 of his last 5 now.
The first touch as he brings it back on his right foot. And he continues his dribble, but good work from Coulage. And a powerful finish from a C.
All of a sudden, some more room to run for Atlético Ottawa. Ferdinand steps in front of that, but Balu Tabla, leading goal man this year for Atlético Ottawa. Andy mentioned was honored pre-game. This is his 111th appearance for club. Last match in Vancouver passed Nathan Ingham for the club's all-time lead at 110. Castro. Some time and space, elects not to strike that ball. Instead, Aparicio. Aguilar. Orange again. Took Atlético Ottawa maybe the first 20-25 minutes, but
settled in now, haven't they?
Got their possession style right back. Trying to break down FC Supra du Québec. Castro, Tabla. Tabla goes down just outside the penalty area. Going to take it back from David Chouanier. Plays to Rea. Rea, speedy in a tight area. His pass though deflects off Castro. Atlético Ottawa back in possession.
Good repress there from Ottawa, forcing the turnover from Rea. They keep possession in the offensive half.
His pass too slow. Picked off easily by Quemi. Quemi though heavy on the touch. Duce is giving the ball back. Atlético try and make Supra pay. Lopez taken down. Hoskins watches on, keeps the whistle away. Here's Tabla. Tabla spins over. He's won a free kick from just outside the penalty area here. And Atlético Ottawa starting to look more and more dangerous.
Well, Tabla getting on the end of it in the middle of the park, driving forward. As he's driving forward, Goose is standing still, and because of that, he's just got a stab at it. As you see Ferdinand reach for his knee there. Tabla with a head full of steam. Just gliding past the Goose, who just sticks his leg out and takes him out. This is a dangerous free kick here. Big opportunity for
Arrogans will get his wall in order. Mauricio Aguilar. Key moment here, 10 minutes before halftime.
See the outboard here, whether the right or the lefty. Danny Aparisio's not afraid to have it go from distance.
Aguilar to the right, Aparicio to the left. It is Aparicio just missing the target.
Gets it up, but just doesn't get it down over the wall to get it on frame. Big opportunity from the location that the free kick occurred. Scratching his head, he knows he's got to do better there.
Heads forward quickly, FC Supra. Nico goes backtracking. Castro. Lopez there as well. Buganmi with a touch. Now a second touch. Buganmi using his size. Fend off defenders, taken down, and the referee says yes. That is worthy of a super free kick here in the 37th minute.
Well, maybe Aparicio being there, Aparicio just being a pest, and Halvey Buganmi does a really good job of holding them off. Then eventually, Aparicio's partner, Koke Castro, comes in. Delivers the tackle. That Polanco is forced to get organized, get his group set up. Sean Ray, a very good set piece deliverer. Trey Chen will be the spotlight, trying to find him.
Ball is up, ball is in, headed on, and that is a thunderous header, Buganmi. And FC Supra du Québec has its lead back. A set piece specialist, Sean Rea, sets one up again.
Well, Buganmi, who gets fouled for the free kick, hammers home this header, great ball in. Buganmi gets in front of his defender, thunder header into the back of the net. But this is all on Buganmi. Like, great job holding the ball up, getting fouled. And then he makes a really good decisive run where he forces the defender to drop it. He cuts it in front of the shoulder, the front shoulder of the defender. And then times it perfectly with the thunderous header. We got some action in this first half.
Combined 3 goals here in the first half.
Dan Sean Rea, what a player he's been this season.
Another goal contribution. All goals do get reviewed. Wonder if there's anything more. There is not. Buganmi, who missed the last match due to a suspension, comes back today. Delivers a key moment for FC Supra to have their second lead here of the half and the match. 36-year-old. Castro. Won this back for Atlético Ottawa. Aguilar. Give in the middle. Montier and Aparicio. Atlético Ottawa's goal scorer, Assi. Ottawa now, John's conceded 17 goals through now the 10th match of the season. Only Pacific, who were the bottom rung of the table, have conceded more, and not much more. Castro striking, one off target, but how many goals conceded has been an issue here for Atlético Ottawa. Already another game giving up multiple goals.
Well, it's interesting you say that. I thought that, Matt, as we did our research for this game.
I'm in for your regular partner here today.
You know, doing some of the stats that stood out to me was that Garrison Inasano, who hasn't played for this team except for the first 3 games, had 17 saves in those first 3 games. That puts him 5th. All the other guys have played 8 or 9 games at this point. So that shows to you the start of the year has been a defensive issue for Ottawa.
What can they do to correct that? Because they seem to be very committed to this style, but defensively it's been costly at points.
It has been. I think they just need to focus on these next 3 weeks of the key is it's keeping 0 on the board, even though I don't think that's going to be their mind. They're going to go out and go, we're going to score more than the team we're playing. But at this point, you've given up so many goals. You have to put some emphasis on keeping the ball in the back of the net and taking good pride in keeping a 0.
2 clean sheets on the season, but not since May the 17th. 3 consecutive matches giving up multiple goals. This cross falls to Bahia, patient with Coulange charging on. Just runs out of room here.
Look at his skill from the sea.
Smartly let that ball go through. His legs on the Coulange cross to set up the seagull. Had something similar there, just didn't work out. Assists for FC Supra de Québec, and now Ray up to 3 assists on the season, more than any other player. There is Rea, quickly back on the ball, passes behind Chouanier. Castro there. Good kick awarded towards FC Supra here. Set up this free kick. Keen eye here, John. Atlético Ottawa has conceded 8 first-half goals through 10 matches, and that's the most of any CPL side.
To add on to that, they've given up 2 goals in the last 15 minutes of the first half. The only other team to concede more is Pacific with 3. That's all that adds to complications defensively and getting the results that you need to get.
Pressured again here by Rea and Quemi. Ball into Quemi, striking, and he has one! Loic Quemi, FC Supra de Québec have a 3rd before halftime in Ottawa. And it is a stunned TD place tonight.
A bit of a broken play here on top of the box is Atlético Ottawa has defenders all around Sean Rea. And this ball just pops out perfectly for Quemi. Koke Castro can't control it there. He tries to recover and gets himself in position. This ball pops out. Sean Rea gets on the end of it. Castro gets back in. He fumbles over it and falls perfectly. It just falls perfectly for Quemi. He does all the hard work here. Continues his run. Koke Castro just can't get out of the way of the ball. It just gets stuck between his legs. And as it comes out of his legs, it just sits perfectly. Nothing Kalango can do. He gets a piece of it, but it's so tight, and that ball sits perfectly for Quemi. 3-1.
Not what Drew Becky and Atlético Ottawa had in mind here in his first match on the touchline. Couple of defensive miscues from Atlético Ottawa, and FC Supra have been ruthless. Quemi depositing his third goal of the season.
So make that 3 goals in the last 15 minutes. Puts it tied with Pacific now. I barely got it out of my mouth, and we're talking about another goal. So
Had a hard time keeping the ball out of their own net. Now forced to try and come back for multiple goals.
a lot of that too was last year they were scoring with ease with Salter and Rodriguez, and they always had those guys to rely on. A little bit harder to come by this year with those threats gone. So put some more pressure on you defensively to be perfect.
4 minutes of stoppage time here. Chance to try and cut into this lead. Mauricio's pass deflects off into touch. 8 attempts, 5 on target for FC Supra. 3 goals on an expected goal rate of 0.65. Also a black mark on the defensive effort here. As Andy mentioned off the top of our show, FC Supra de Quebec have had difficulties in second halves at times conceded 7 times. Of the 9 goals they've conceded, 7 have been in the second half. Still some life for Atlético Ottawa. Right now having to deal with another potential transition opportunity quickly pushed away.
Little missed opportunity there by Quemi with a heavy touch. Back has been able to clean it up.
Ottawa wins this ball. Into Mikkel Bush. Mikkel Bush trying to make amends and a drive. Stop. Rebound chance from Lopez. And Garrigas comes up with 2 massive saves in stoppage time.
Those are huge saves at the end of the first half. Great job getting down low to his right and then recovering. But a turnover here off the throw, which should never happen. And a great save low there. And then he stands right up and just gets it away. Great job from Garrigas.
The big keeper's fired up. Corner kick struck low, flicked on, and Garrigas is able to catch that. That's at 6'4". Able to make himself big there, John.
Really good job. Huge saves at the end of the half. Builds confidence. The team loves it, keeps it at 3-1.
Describe this match as just another match, but a little bit personal. Coming back into the Ottawa region. And that's the end of the first half. The Bluebirds come out. TD Place. Atlético Ottawa 1, FC Supra du Québec 3. A stunning scoreline after 45 minutes in the nation's capital. Buganmi and Sean Rea instrumental in this big lead. Back to the studio right after this.
Game will be on One Soccer, and then starting Thursday nightly, bet 365 for the win.
For the win!
Recapping, breaking down, and looking ahead at all the big World Cup stories. 3-1 after the first half between FC Supra and Atlético Ottawa. What does the second have in store? The Canadian Premier League on One Soccer is brought.
9 goals conceded. Supra in the second half. So usually they need to get one early. Put some pressure on Atlético Ottawa as this game carries on. Supra, on the other hand, in control. Can they keep the lead? Can they not give up a goal in the second half? I think they continue to do what they do. They allow Ottawa to have possession and then get it back in transition, go forward with Rhea and Quemi and cause havoc, which is similar to what they did in the first half.
Well, Atlético Ottawa has not scored 3 goals in a single match in CPL play this year. They did beat Toronto FC in the Canadian Championship 3-1. But we'll have to try and find a season best effort here if there are points to be had. Sean Rea looks like a man on a mission. FC Supra's number 10, a goal and an assist. He's been magical with the ball at his feet. Leads the league now in assists and is part of the joint lead in terms of goals. Can't ask for much more than that.
Everything runs through Sean Rea, and it'll continue to run through him in the second half.
Sissoko and Valley Tabla meet again. Teammates, Tabla goes down, ball sent away.
You brought up Sissoko, Matt, but I think him and Bugami are going to be huge in the second half, protecting the back line, slowing this game down, breaking up any sort of passes interior for Atlético Ottawa. And then when they do break it up and win it back, can they get it to Sean Rea and get the team going forward?
There's Assi. Aparicio. Middle. Nicobus lays off to Lopez. Lopez puts it across, and it is in! Manny Aparicio early in the second half has life, and Atlético Ottawa back in it.
There you have it, Matt. Early goal, put some pressure now on Supra. As momentum shifts in Ottawa's favor. Good combination play here. Manny Aparicio making a tick, makes the pass, and then keeps his run going. Great job. Continuing his run into the box. You see nobody picks him up. He just scampers his way right into the box inside the 6 and nods it home. Great job from Manny Aparicio. Good ball from Santiago Lopez.
A couple of firsts. Manny Aparicio. So his first of the CPL campaign, and for Santi Lopez, that's his first goal contribution wearing the Atlético Ottawa colors, and we might have a fiery one on our hands here. Already 5 goals combined, and we're just cracking into the second half.
Love it. Entertainment. Goals. Actions in front of net.
Does it pain you to say that as a former keeper at all?
Well, if I was getting paid sitting on the sidelines as a goalkeeper coach, yes, this would pay me. But as somebody sitting watching the game, I love to be entertained, and this is great. Two teams going at it.
This is Jean Yalassi here who's in some discomfort after this.
So ready to get back into play to see. Looks like he falls down and catches his shoulder. Oh, look at that guy. That guy's been so good for the Super team. We've said it ad nauseum from the pregame until now. Arguably the best player in the league.
Certainly making a case for it here. Manny Aparicio is often described as the heartbeat of Atlético Ottawa. He's got a key one here.
This is such a good goal for Manny Aparicio. He does the hard work getting on the ball. He passes it in, and then he just continues his run, looking to get on the end of it. And he's rewarded.
From the officials, SC will have to wait 1 minute before he re-enters the match. Looks like that shoulder's in some discomfort, though.
Yeah, you see the trainer on the sideline doing some work on it.
stinger, and he's able to get back in soon. Has dealt with some difficult injuries over the years. Cavalry and then moving to Atlético Ottawa. So for FC Supra de Quebec, a strong first half, but perhaps some of those second half woes, John, have started to creep back in.
I love this from Ottawa. They just slowed it down. They didn't have to do anything because Supra wasn't stepping out. They're down a man for the minute. Now this is a big moment here. They need to stop them in transition. They still have to wait for C to get back on the field.
Ottawa still playing with 10 men. This is forward. Penalty area now with Quemi. Who's already scored this evening. Surrounded by 3 FC Supra players. Taken back here by Chouanière. Lead Chouanière. Bugatti. What a ball from Bugatti into Chouanière. Stop, rebound. Goes in behind the net. What an opportunity for David Chouanière, that dangerously close to another miscue here.
Big opportunity here. Great pass from Bugatti to find Chouanière. Just fortunate for Ottawa. This doesn't go into the own goal as Kalango comes out, spreads, and blocks it.
It's a big stop there from Kalango.
Needed it. He's had really no opportunity on the goals score.
Do you like the third goal from Quentin?
Yeah, you can push it that way, talk that one through a little bit.
Corner can take it back. French commentator at the halftime. Some miscues leading up to that Quemi goal. Perfectly finishes well. He struck it with the pace.
Gets a piece of it. And
that's the thing.
That's the thing. I think it just stuns him because the ball just falls perfectly after it gets caught in Koke Castro's legs. I'm sure he's trying to adjust himself. That's one of the things.
Look at the FBS challenge possibility here, 2 per game. And as C again has been taking a beating in the second half, particularly.
C just gets laid out here as Guinness comes out strong and tries to just tip it away, but at that point he's already steamrolled C. Oh, the big matters worse. C just takes a little bit of a tumble as he gets caught up in the legs of Ronjo.
There gets the big keeper as well, almost 2 meters, 6'4". And the card is in hand here for Drew Becky. Now, does he deliver it to the 4th official? He's going to leave it behind.
Yeah, I have to agree with this. I wouldn't put it out there because I think, the combination of Wanje recovering and a C getting a little bit tangled up causes a C to stumble. You see it there, just a stumble, and in that case, he just runs head first into an on-rushing Gerges, and that's just
back of the head there on the collision.
Gerges does a good job of getting back up and recovering and getting a hand on the next ball in.
Yeah, that's a heavy collision. And then this playing surface in Ottawa, there's no forgiveness. The back of the head on this turf is rock solid. When the fans think another look might be worth it, but Becky seemed pretty adamant there. does look like Wesley Timoteo is going to come into the match here for Atlético Ottawa. So medical staff continuing to work on Jean Yalassi. Let's see. It's worked on here. Let's go from a keeper's perspective here, John. Put yourself in Garriez's boots here. When you come out like that, it's just all eyes on the ball and that's all you're focused on, or is there any thought to what's in front of you?
There is some thought to what's in front of you. Your eyes are obviously on the ball. You know there's going to be collision because you're coming off your goal line. You know there's going to be contact, so you're anticipating contact. In this case, he's coming in, he tries to just tip it. In that case, if I'm coming out there and I'm rushing out, I am coming as hard as I can and going through everything because I know I am winning that ball. That's mine and I'm taking it out. No matter what, I'm coming through. And for me, it has to come through with a punch. It looks like the referee's coming over to take a look at something here. They've had a lot of time to look at it and decide whether they were going to throw a review card.
Looks like there is a challenge, so Drew Becky has had a change of heart here. I wonder if the impact occurs before Garrett just gets a hand on the ball.
I don't think it's reckless. I mean, he's coming out, he gets to it. I think the biggest thing is, for me, is when a seat is going to chase it down. Wanji does a good job of getting himself back in position, and a seat just kind of bumps him and loses his balance a little bit, and that's why the collision is as violent as it is. You see here, there's a little bit of a contact, and then a seat loses his balance a little bit, and at that point, Guess has nowhere to go but right through him.
Now we're slowing it down here with the look, but this is a high-speed, high-impact collision. So Ben Hoskins taking a long look at this. Long wait while the medical staff was dealing with SC.
Yeah.
Is the decision, and that's what you had in mind.
It was violent, cringeworthy contact, but you're dead, so I call that referee, not me.
Wesley Timoteo is going to come in for his 10th appearance of the season. He's had a goal and an assist. Atlético Ottawa has been playing from behind in its last 3 matches. Went down 2-0 away at Pacific, found a way back thanks to a late tablet penalty for a 2-2 draw. And we did the game in Langley where similar story, down 2 goals. This time no way back. The battle tablet goal in the 73rd minute was all Atlético Ottawa had conjured that night, so not necessarily doing things the easy way here. Alonso is making a real case to become more of a regular starter this year. He's been in on the goals more often than not over the last couple of matches. Has an assist here tonight. Chouanier trying to play this over to Sean Rea. These two teams will be seeing a lot of each other because the upcoming Canadian Championship quarterfinal presented by TELUS will feature FC Supra du Québec and Atlético Ottawa. First match in July, the second in mid-August. Here's Quemi. The penalty area strikes on, and Timoteo, his first touch, turns into an FC Supra du Québec corner.
Aguilar puts his hand up. He gets a bit sloppy on that when he loses his touch, tries to flip it over. Quemi does a good job of recovering it. regular. He needs to be better there, especially in his defensive third, securing the ball. Now they're tasked with defending a corner kick. Chan. Ferdinand. Dangerous threats.
There's Christian Towers at 6'4". Lots of contact in the penalty area. This one's up. It's pushed away by Chris Colongo, and Roque Castro deals with the rest. Over an hour now has come and gone. 5 total goals on a rare Tuesday night fixture in the Canadian Premier League. And to with us, the CPL on TSN, presented by One Soccer. Offside is the decision here.
There from Colongo, lofted ball into the box. He's aggressive, comes out and deals with it. That looks up. Sees a chance to try and spring Tabla.
Emiliano Garcia comes into the match. Off Erling Mikkelboost, who had a couple of opportunities, including one that was gifted to him by Jerges, just couldn't put it away. And now that's 6 consecutive matches without a goal contribution there for Atlético Ottawa's number 9.
Big shoes to fill after Sam Salter leaving.
Record goal-scoring season for Sam Salter. Rea plays this off. Taken by Auguste. Plays out to Sissoko. Here's Quemi. Quemi turns and fires. Colongo well positioned, makes the save, no rebound.
Nail on the head. That well positioned. Makes it look easy from the angle. Good quick release though from Quemi.
Aguilar will to play forward. Here's Tabla. Feel of this match is it's very much there for the taking. 18 total attempts between the two sides up to this point. 6 on target from FC Supra and 5 from Atlético Ottawa. FC Supra to Quebec in their only previous meeting back on April the 19th had 22 attempts, but lost in a heartbreaker, a late goal from Atlético Ottawa off a deflection. Denied the Quebecois club their first ever home win, 1-0 to Atlético Ottawa on that day. Here's Duhaney Walker, who has been away from the team for the last couple of weeks, to the goal scoring there. Big center back Chrétien. Gandhi. Patient. Navigates his way out of trouble. Rea. Wanje.
That's a lot of confidence for Gami, dribbling the way he did inside his own box.
Coulange picks up this ball. Play allowed to continue. Here's Coulange. Coulange went to the contact, and Garcia is denied. Second chance. Tabla strikes, and it's off the side of the goal. 2 golden opportunities. Valu Tabla, who scored in his last 2, can't believe that one got away.
Well, turnover was a possible foul, but isn't whistled. Coulange driving forward. Gigueras, great job coming out, being big, and blocking the shot from Garcia. Good timing there from Gigueras. How Tabla doesn't find it back to the net there. Surprised.
Very close to being level of 3 apiece. Emiliano Garcia scored a late goal to erase a 1-0 deficit in stoppage time against Vancouver FC. The unbeaten streak on the line. Garcia's back at this again. This is a corner kick. And Hoskins has ideas.
Great opportunity since coming on as a sub, Garcia. In this case, just putting the effort in to keep this ball in bounds. Nearly rewarded. It's a goal.
Sean Fairley now. Played with Columbus Crew's second team last year. Ball's up on the edge of the penalty area. Bahia. Play comes up for offside here. Castro and Atlético Ottawa now with Timoteo organize themselves. No cautions in the match so far. Here's Cloutier. Cloutier once again. Atlético Ottawa looking for a way through. Taken by Garcia, striding forward, puts the ball in. Gutierrez gets down, pushes it away for an Atlético Ottawa corner kick. That's a good stop from the FC Supra keeper.
Really good stop on a quick release from Garcia in through some traffic. Gutierrez does a really good job of being set when the ball struck and he's able to get down and parry it away. Garcia just making immediate impact since coming into this game.
Turns into the fourth corner kick of the match. Struck on, scuffed into the penalty area, and it's loose there for the taking. Gagny can't clear it. Tabla back on it, and Tabla levels this match at 3. Balu Tabla.
Ball bouncing around in the box, and Supra can't clear their lines. And Tabla in the right place at the right time makes a really decisive move to get it back onto his right foot and put it home. But again, ball bouncing around the box, can't clear their lines. Supra, Tabla just hanging out on top of your screen, cuts it inside. What a good move! What a good move here from Lou Tabla to cut across, bring it back on his right foot and slide it home. Sends a goose running by him. And then at that point, he's able to pick his head up and slot it past. There he is. We're knotted up at 3.
Well, on a night that he is honored as the club's new all-time appearance leader, Balu Tabla has now scored in 3 straight matches. Safwan Mla comes in. Garrigus was furious. We saw Bugami do well with a couple of touches in a tight area before, John, but this time takes a second touch, and Garcia should get an assist. As Garcia blocks the clearance, and it comes right to Balu Tabla, who does the rest. His 6th goal now across all competitions.
That ball just needs to be cleared on the near post. Out of danger. Solid contact. Instead, without Ottawa to get second life, Tabla punishes you. This just falls right into the stat we were talking about. 7 goals conceded out of 9 in the second half.
You can add 2 more to the total now. 9 of 11 conceded on the year now have
We're not done.
We still got a ways to go. 20 minutes, and there will be significant stoppage time here as well with the medical time to deal with Jean Lassie. Free kick here. Castro runs over the ball. Aguilar deals this, and Eric has to deal with traffic. Second opportunity is sent high over top of the bar. This has all it makes to be a terrific rivalry, not just this season, but for years to come. 4 matches in the CPL, 2 more in the Canadian Championship. There'll be no secrets between these two after this year. Twice Atlético Ottawa have come back from 1-0 down and 3-1 down. Both times Atlético Ottawa found a way back in. This is going to be a free kick to FC Supra. Who recently entered the match.
My eyes just keep on going to Coulage and watching him and his movement. And I say this only because Coulage, for me, fits the profile of what the Canadian national team likes in their wide players. And as a young player, I know he has had some time with the youth national teams in Canada and was called part of the Haiti team. But Coulage fits that profile. Shifty, quick, can press, can get forward, does a good job defending, can step out. Something to keep an eye on, along with Santiago Lopez on the other side. I mean, that could be the future of Canada soccer in wide positions.
A little bit on Tejan Buchanan.
Yes.
Marcelo Flores. Jade Nelson added to the side today. A lot of speed.
Congrats to Jade.
Officially named as a member of the Canadian squad. A couple more substitutions coming in, and the rest of this match be here because 6 total goals, that's the most combined in the Canadian Premier League this year. Bugatti and Bahia both leave, and Alessandro Biello, who missed the last 4 matches due to suspension.
We're going to sub 2 Bs for 2 Bs here. Bugatti, Biello, Bahia, and Bay.
All right. A little alliteration. Bees are wild today.
So is it a G's? We got 6 of them.
Zachary Cabaret is also coming to the match. That was the last substitute at the last window. So a whole different look on this match here. There's Biello. And Blanc quickly countered back. Aguiar came up and now might be caught. Blanc is over. Cabaret couldn't quite find his touch, and instead going back the other way here. Emiliano Garcia and Ferdinand will meet again as he tries to slip one through, gets a second chance. Richam blocks, comes to Timoteo, went for the volley. And can't believe he missed, it was close.
I'll be honest with you, Timoteo has a great opportunity here because watch the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's out. He's out far enough that if you just kind of take a little bit of a lob over the goalkeeper, their guys would be in trouble.
Big time of year. FIFA World Cup right around the corner. We've got a quarter of an hour to go. The highest scoring and arguably the most entertaining CPL game of the season here, John. Quarter of an hour. I don't think we're close to being done on on this night in Ottawa. Here's Bay, puts a cross in. No, the ball goes over the end line.
Well, it's going to come down to the substitutes to make an impact.
Gets called back on an offside. We're going to have a look at our all-state save of the match here. You'll appreciate this one here. Gerges, who stops Miklobus once, and then the rebound chance from Santi Lopez also denied. Another little celebration.
Well, great first save initially on Miklobus getting down low to his right, and then the recovery quickly up. Getting in the way. Excellent job from Gerges.
Take a few more big saves to keep this one where it is. Play forward. Tabla looks more and more dangerous. Just won himself a corner kick.
Well, Ottawa smell of blood playing quickly. Knowing they can take advantage as Milan's starting to cramp up.
Quite the match for Drew Becky to digest here in his first match on the touchline. Castro from the corner. Wants to play short, and there's Tabla. Castro into the penalty area. Aguiar plays us across, and Garcia, who has been all over the penalty area, tries to go over the back of Auguste, and that just doesn't quite work out.
Yeah, I agree with Auguste. I feel like Auguste couldn't make a play on this because Garcia comes in behind him and on top of him. So I see where his frustration is there.
Back-to-back corner kicks. This time Timoteo. And again short to Tabla. Timoteo. One-on-one with Chouanier. Then Hoskins decided to play this here from the spot of the foul. Edge of the penalty area. So that corner goes for naught. In an exciting match between these two Eastern rivals. Minor coming up later on tonight. Look at the Canadian women's national team in Costa Rica. They battle Las Ticas. Here's Garcia for Atlético Ottawa.
Real difference in this game with Garcia coming in. Willingness to run, willingness to challenge, willingness to track down balls, willingness to get behind the defense of Supra. Has opened things up.
So the last quarter didn't quite go according to plan here for Timoteo. No short option this time. Near post. Ball is in there for the taking. And Garcia. Emiliano Garcia, and Ottawa has its first lead tonight.
Well, well deserved for Garcia. He's come into this match and just made a huge difference and gets his goal. Just mentioned his work rate, his willingness to run, his willingness to fight. And he's scrapping in the middle here and gets on the end of it as this ball finds its way after a good header on the near post. Garcia, right place, right time. This ball drops right to him, he hammers it home.
What a match. What a turnaround. And we're not done yet. Garcia celebrates his second of the season. And Atlético Ottawa have erased a 3-1 deficit to now take a 4-3 lead.
Well, Drew Becky looking like a veteran coach making a move, getting Garcia into this match. Immediate impact as we see Lopez heading to the sideline.
Cameron Habibula checking in. bench for Atlético Ottawa and does have a goal already on the season. Break comes to an end for David Chouanière. Turns things over to Alexandre Marcoux. Who scored FC Supra de Quebec's first ever winning goal on that rainy night at Pacific FC. We'd love a little more of the dramatic here this evening. Ball up in the penalty area again. Gargas comes out. No fear from the FC Supra keeper. Another look towards the fourth official here for a change. Omar Ilka-Cooley in to take out Wesley Wanje. Both managers really activating the bench now. And speaking of activating the bench, Emiliano Garcia has played a part now with 3 goals since coming in as a substitute, 2 goals and an assist. You mentioned it right off the hop. He has looked lively since he stepped foot into this match.
That's what you want when you put subs in the field, difference makers. Well, that was in this case, him coming in smart in the offense, or another case where you need to put in a defender and just make an impact. He's done so tonight.
Reminder for those tuning in to the upcoming Canadian women's national team game against Costa Rica, we will have full coverage ahead. It's the final prep match before World Cup and Olympic qualifying in October, so a key match for Casey Stoney. There's the ball through, chance for FC Supra to tie this up, and Kalongo coming up big. Marcoux denied. 3 unanswered goals from Atlético Ottawa. And FC Supra de Quebec come very close to leveling the match at 4. Here's Rea. Opportunity to move forward here for FC Supra de Quebec. Rea tripped up. Austin's had a look at that. That allows to play on. Garcia involved in all 3 goals for Atlético Ottawa here, John, in this remarkable second half comeback. Take a look at our delivery of the match here, presented by Walmart, and it's Santi Lopez, his first assist for Atlético Ottawa. Great ball here, and this made it 3-2.
This all started for Atlético Ottawa, but what a good run by Manny Aparicio. Lopez just putting it in the box. Aparicio nodding it home, sparking this second half for Atlético Ottawa.
It was 3-1 at the half. Aparicio with the header in the 48th minute. Tabla from Garcia in the 68th, and then Emiliano Garcia off of the corner kick in the 79th minute. It's all gone wrong again for FC Supra de Quebec in the second half.
Well documented their second half struggles. But good on Ottawa, because the substitutions came in, made a huge impact. Captain and veteran Manny Aparicio doing what he does, getting involved. This player here, Garcia, has been excellent since coming in.
He's still on it. Clawed back by Auguste. Marcoux trying to find Rea, pushing forward. Castro's gone down. These fans that came out on a Tuesday night. And for those watching on One Soccer and TSN, this one has been a real treat. There's some concern here, though, for Castro. This is not looking good at all.
Well, Kalango just getting his first minutes. You know, be tasked with coming up with a big save, and none bigger than this. Huge opportunity. Kalango stays big, gets down, and makes a save.
Didn't look like Marcoux got a real good boot on that.
He didn't. And I think part of that is because he saw Kalango starting to creep out and close him down. And when he picked his head up, he saw how tight Kalango was. Threw off the finishing attempt.
All right, let's take a look at what we've witnessed here, John, in the second half. Remember, 3-1 FC Supra to Quebec at halftime. This is early second half with that delivery we just saw here, and Aparicio on the finish.
Great combination play here that starts the comeback. And this, Supra couldn't clear their box, and Tablet does a really good job of making a move and cutting inside. And then the player who's made a huge impact in this second half, Garcia, just in the right place at the right time. And again, another opportunity for Supra to clear their lines, and they don't. And they find themselves down.
The youngster, Ralph Corey, 19-year-old, putting his shirt on the touchline. Gatorade performance of the match. Not much doubt on this one. Emiliano Garcia, immediate impact, and has been in on the goals multiple times. So expecting significant stoppage time here in this match. See that Castro is able to get back on his 2 feet here on his own power. Castro making his way towards the touchline very gingerly, so Corey will come in. And with Cavalry and Forge, John, the 2 leaders so far by a wide margin in the table. These mid-table fixtures, Atlético, Ottawa, FC Supra to Quebec, here in Toronto, all in the mix, and this result stands, although games still to come in match week 10. Atlético Ottawa would jump up into third if they can hang on to the 3 points here. Rea trying to go down this near side. Before he come back to this one. Cooley take it down. So free kick for FC Supra. 17 Atlético Ottawa shots, 12 for Supra.
It's a big force from Kuche fouling here. It gives Supra an opportunity to get their big guys forward. And Sean Ray is so good at service on set pieces. It makes this extremely dangerous this late in the game.
Ray has already set up a set piece goal tonight. Ganmi back in the 38th minute. Rea curls this ball in, but overstruck in for a goal kick.
He's frustrated at himself about that free kick. Waste of an opportunity.
Corey comes in a big spot. It's the second match of the season. It's like 25 minutes in the early goings. That's it. At the head of the ball, Habibullah. Aparicio. It's it away into touch.
Just talking about the table and results, and I think that, as we're getting to this World Cup break, spots 1 and 2 are occupied. I mean, those 2 teams, Forge and Cavalry, are excellent this year. The real battle is going to be 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't sleep on Vancouver. I know Wheels brought it up in the pregame show.
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Just gonna say,
If they can start feeling the back of the net a little bit, heads up, everybody.
11 minutes of stoppage time. Lots of time to go in this one. Under coverage of Canada and Costa Rica coming up directly following this match. Blah has to play it forward, finally sent away. Yellow. Race to Auguste. Yellow trying to move forward. Safwan Mla scored some big goals this year. Has to go into the wide area here. Taken back by Cabaret, who fights for this one. Not successful in winning the throw.
Excellent job there from Coulange, by the way. I know you talk about Corey coming over there, but Coulange does such a good job. 1v1 defending, forcing him back.
There's something late for FC Supra de Quebec, who were already disappointed once by Atlético Ottawa, and Coulange did well to step in front of that one, but Auguste recovering nicely.
Another good step from Coulange. Reads the play well, is able to step in and interfere. Try and drive forward. This ball's got a little loose on the turf.
To be a little shaken up after that run.
Well, he was cramping earlier, right? That's a little bit of that as well.
Ferdinand plays to Riyad Bey. Yellow in the middle. First time in FC Supra Quebec history. Aku looks for this ball, sent away. Kakuli towards the penalty area. Comes to Bay. Bay had his first pass deflected. Second opportunity is a dangerous cross. Nobody home. Take it back. Cabaret. Good first step into the penalty area. Strikes this on. That's a nervous look from Chris Colongo just past the post.
A couple good looks here from Supra as they keep the pressure on Atlético Ottawa late in this game. Good cut to the inside. This thing had eyes. He was searching for that far post. It just didn't end up whip on it, but Mike Colongo thinking,
Just about to say, first time in their young history that FC Supra de Quebec has given up 4. Limited teams to 2 or less for the first 8 matches of the season. 2 or fewer, I should say. Atlético Ottawa, who at times, certainly last year, were able to outscore a lot of their problems. Missing some key components, but the attack remains dangerous. 7 total goals, the highest mark combined. That's a great ball from Timoteo. There's Aparicio in a penalty area. Puts this one into the middle. It's spilled by Jerguez and finally sent away. Not far. Curry back on the ball. He'll strike. It's a one-hopper. Jerguez is able to finally reel in.
Curry didn't need to take the shot there. Curry needs to keep the ball, take some time off this clock. Timoteo did a really good job of doing that on this side of the field. Aparicio got involved, and now they have to go back to defend. It's a foul.
Cooley take it down again, and FC Supra de Quebec now in the 5th minute of stoppage time, realizing time is of the essence. Former CF Montreal man Riyad Tabla meet. It's a rather muscular exchange. Tabla's gone down on the touchline.
Just exploded there as Sean Rea tries to get back into the play. Good job for Tabla coming back, hustling defensively late in this game. You see what he was doing there, right? He's holding the trainer back from going out because otherwise they would take a minute.
Striking and missing the target.
Good chance there for Bobby Bull to put this game away, but I really like what Drew that he did there is hold back the trainer. You do not want to, cause the team to have a minute down this late in the game.
Down a man for a minute.
A huge chance, though, to put this game away.
The trainer is now overlooking at Balu Tabla, so Atlético Ottawa playing with 10 men. Here's Marcoux. Rhea nearby.
I guess that really doesn't
Ottawa.
matter. What I said doesn't allow him, I believe, to come back on as soon as the referee gives him the wave.
Now standing
There
right
it
next
is.
to the fourth official there, yeah. Bay strikes. Countered by Timoteo. Comes to Habibullah. Still a long ways to go here in stoppage time. Leon Garcia. And a huge engine for Atlético Ottawa on this unpredictable comeback. 26 unbeaten on the bounce at home. That was looking to be in grave danger. Until 3 second half goals. With last year's North Star Cup winners in the driver's seat for 3 points. Cabaret. FC Supra looking for some stoppage. Mauricio Meatball pops up. Sent away over the back from Timoteo.
Saw Calango coming out there, but Timoteo takes the lead and just clears that out. Not taking any chances.
Bertien. To Bay. El Kakuli puts the ball in. Headed away quickly there. Balu Tabla is back on the pitch. Another big night for Balu. Before he saves it for an instant, then comes back down the other way. Boulange. Couldn't quite find that next gear. Oof, look out! Give it away! Garcia puts it home! Atlético Ottawa! That just might do it! A gift from the keeper, and Garcia has got his second.
Garguez got away with one early on in this game, but couldn't get away with it the second time as Garcia pounces on. The untimely gaff by the goalkeeper, Garguez. We should have just cleared this first time. Without Habibullah just getting away, and Garcia ends the night. Not sure what Garguez was thinking there. Just needs to come through, clear that out of danger, get it up the field as quick as you can.
In the first half, as you mentioned, Nickelbush couldn't put it away this time. The substitutes are Gatorade performer of this match. Garcia was not to be denied. First multi-goal game for Emiliano Garcia in his time in the Canadian Premier League. By the way, record for goals in the CPL total is 9. So we're one away from equaling the highest scoring CPL game in the league's history, now in year 8. Tuesday nights, who would have thought? Line comes up offside. Take a look at our VW moment of the match. Just happened. What a miscue from Garguez. And he pays for it dearly.
Doesn't matter. Garcia just right place, right time in this match. Second time tonight where he finds himself celebrating after some terrible decision making from Supra.
4 second half goals from Atlético Ottawa. looked well for Sean Rea and the boys from La Belle Province early. On a second half nightmare for FC Supra de Quebec. Day taken off by Aparicio. We'll make sure he hears about it. There's Corey. Could there be one more here for Atlético Ottawa?
No, he's just going to go to the corner and take some time off this one.
Balu knows the 3 points are deep in the pocket. Ben Hoskins with a check of the watch and whistles full time. What a comeback for Atlético Ottawa, who best FC Supra du Québec 5-3. Terrific comeback in the nation's capital tonight. All right, Andy, back to you.
Matt, that was an absolutely wild game. 3-1 FC Supra leading after the first half, and then Atlético Ottawa putting on a show for the home crowd, ultimately taking that one by scoring 4 goals in the second half alone. So that game is done. CPL on TSN, but more footy coming your way. We're heading to Costa Rica. The Canadians history run back.
Ikut aib.